Hi, I'm Jesse with Thumper Fab. Today we're going to be giving you step-by-step instructions on how to install our Nerf rails on this 800SX Tracker Crew model. When you open up the box, you'll have your two Thumper Fab Nerf rails and your hardware kit, and that's all you need for this install. To install your Nerf rails, we're going to have to remove the quarter panels down here. But to do that, we'll have to remove the doors. So let's start by removing the door hinges. They are a T30 Torx head, and there'll be 4. Then you can remove the front and the rear hinges. After removing the doors, you'll have these 2 metal spacers right here to keep the plastic from being crushed. You'll have to remove those as well. So you'll also remove the rear door the same way. So the next step is going to be to remove the bolts off your kick panel. You have bolts all the way around it and on the back side, and there's bolts on the skid plate. So there's 4 bolts on the back side that are T25s. They're really hard to get to. Some of you may have to remove the seat to get this done. As you can see here, the skid plate bolts need to be taken off of the kick panel. You may have to dig the dirt out with a small screwdriver so you don't strip out the bolts. Now you can remove the panel. So now you'll need to tilt your bed up. You'll need to gain access to your rear mud guard, and you'll need to take the gas cap off. So now we'll just follow the same steps on the front. We'll remove all the bolts from the plastic and pull off the kick panel. You will need to remove the top of the seat to gain access to the bolts on the back of the plastic. Now that we have removed all the bolts, we can remove the plastic from the bike. Go ahead and grab your gasket lid and put it back on. So this is your front kick panel off the bike. Tracker has already made templates for you to cut. On this one, we'll only be cutting the forwardmost, the very middle, and the rearwardmost on your rear quarter panel. So now you'll take your 1.5-inch hole saw and line up your mark, and you will cut the hole from behind. For your front kick panel, we only drilled the forwardmost hole. For your rear kick panel, we drilled the rearwardmost hole and the forwardmost hole. We left the center holes alone. In your kit, you will receive a template for you to drill holes in the bottom of your skid plate. The F stands for front. So what you do is you line up your holes in the template with the holes in the bottom of the skid plate, and then you'll mark the F hole to drill. On the Crew model, in the middle hole, you will again mark the F hole. You will line up your triangle and your circle and drill the F hole. In the rear, you will mark the R hole for rear. What you do is you line the back of the skid plate up with this line that's cut out. And you mark your hole. So it'll be this. So this will be your R hole. Now that we have our holes marked, we can drill our holes with an 1 3/4 hole saw. On the very back, you need to be sure to be careful not to hit the gas tank because it's right above. Make sure you use your safety glasses. Now that we got all the holes drilled, we can go ahead and put all of our plastic back on, doors, and get ready to install the Nerf rails. Okay, now it's time to put your Thumper Fab Nerf rails in. All you gotta do is line these sleeves up with the holes you cut in the plastic earlier and slide it in. So now you can take your bolts that come in the hardware kit, just slide them in the sleeve. And then you can take your nut and washer and go through the hole that you drilled in the bottom of the skid plate and snug everything up. Now that we have loosely attached all the bolts on top, we can put our 6mm button head bolts in the skid plate. Now you can tighten all your bolts. Now that you finish this side, you can go ahead and repeat all the same steps for the opposite side, and then you're ready to ride.